Imagine waking up one morning and every single person you have ever loved is simply gone. No footprints. No noise, no goodbye. Just silence where a whole village used to be. That is exactly what happened in Abara. 230 people vanished overnight. No storm, no war, no sickness, just gone. And the only person left behind was one old woman. With trembling hands and a secret her grandmother had whispered to her over 70 years ago. Could she bring them back in time? And what dark ancient force had taken them in the first place? Stay until the very end, because the moral of this story is something every human being needs to hear. If you are new here, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a story like this. Now, let's head over to the story. Before the sun rose on that terrible morning, old Mama Zara stood at the edge of her compound and stared into the darkness. Something was wrong. She could feel it deep in her bones, like cold water poured into her blood. The birds were silent. The goats were still. Even the wind had stopped breathing. Her name was Mama Zara, and she had lived in the village of Abara for 80 long years. She had seen drought. She had seen floods. She had buried her own children. But nothing, not one single thing in all her years, had ever made her feel fear like this before. Abara was not a big village. It had only 40 families, one market, one river, and one chief. But it was a proud village. The people worked hard, laughed loud, and loved deeply. Every child knew every elder's name. Every elder knew every child's story. That is what made Abara beautiful. On the morning everything changed. Mama Zara walked through the village calling names. She called Baba Sayun, the blacksmith. She called young Tunde, who always woke before sunrise. She called the chief's wife, Iya Adeola, who never missed morning prayers. Nobody answered. Not one single voice came back to her. She pushed open door after door. Every house was empty, but not abandoned. Not in the way of people who pack and leave. The food was still on the fire. Clothes were still folded on the beds. A baby's wooden toy sat in the middle of the floor. Only the people were gone. Mama. Zara sat down in the middle of the village square and pressed both hands to her chest. Her heart was pounding like a talking drum. 40 families, 230 people. Children, fathers, mothers, grandparents, all of them gone, disappeared, as if the night had simply swallowed them whole. Then she noticed something strange. Around the entire edge of the village, the very border where the bush began, there was a line. A thin, dark line drawn in the soil, as if someone had dragged a finger through the earth all the way around. Abara in one perfect, unbroken circle. Mama Zara leaned down and looked at the line closely. It was not made by a stick.